Hello, welcome back to Random Vids. I'm sorry it has been so long since our last YouTube video, which was the top 10 best Mario Party 8 minigames. Just so much has been going on the past couple of days. We wanted to enjoy our last week of summer vacation, and then of course school start and Labor Day weekend, so now things are starting to finally sort of settle in to the new school schedule. So now, obviously this year's theme is Mario Party. Last year was Mario Kart, this year's Mario Party. So of course we're going to work our way down the list with Mario Party 9 coming in next. Not gonna lie, honestly kind of do like Mario Party 9. It probably is because it was literally the second Mario Party I ever got, next to like Mario Party 10. I got Mario Party 10 and then I got Mario Party 9, so it might just be because it's childhood. But I mean, it's overall just a lot more tame than the previous Mario Party, and it's a lot better in my opinion too. So I know a lot of you are going to disagree, mainly due to the carts, which I can sort of see. But yeah, we're just starting to get off topic here. This video I'm going to be talking about, even though, like I said, I like Mario Party 9, it's not perfect, and in fact, there is other Mario Parties that are a lot better than this one. But of course, there are a lot more parties that are worse than this one as well. So let's count down the top 10 worst Mario Party 9 minigames. Number 10 would go to So here at number 10 is Peer Pressure. Oh yeah, welcome to luck territory. Not gonna lie, I have mixed feelings about this minigame. Sometimes, some days I really like the minigame, and some days I despise this minigame. I don't know. There's luck minigames done better, but yeah, there's also luck minigames done worse as well. My main problem about this minigame is that it feels like it goes on forever. At least when, I mean, sure, it's more creative than some of the GameCube luck minigames, but it's just like, eh. It's just another one of those luck-based minigames, technically speaking, and there's just so many other better ones. Even in this Mario Party, there are better luck minigames. Like I said, this one isn't really that bad, it's just more of a boring type of minigame. Like, it's not one that I ever really care if I lose on, but it's just more one that I'm like, eh, okay, whatever, I have to play this game again. And as you can see, it's going on forever because we just keep getting the good things. Even though it isn't really that long, it just feels a little long to me. So yet again, it's not a bad minigame, but it's definitely not one of the best minigames. So now let's move on to number 9, which is So number 9 is loggerheads. Something I forgot to mention about Peer Pressure is that minigame ended up coming back in Mario Party the Top 100. Guess what other minigame came back in Mario Party the Top 100? This one! Yet again, it's not a terribly bad minigame, but it's just one of those meh ones. Whenever it comes on, I'm just like, meh, okay, I have to play it, whatever. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's definitely nowhere near one of my favorite minigames. I don't know what it is about this minigame. It's just not for me, I'm sorry. I've seen the whole stupid push one button to avoid this and then push another button to actually hit it. We've had a golf minigame like that, I think in Mario Party 10 or something like that. But yeah, this one's just not for me, I'm sorry. Even though it is creative-ish, and it did come back in Mario Party the Top 100, along with Peer Pressure, yet again, it's just one of those minigames. I guess it can be kind of considered a luck minigame, since you don't know what's going to come out. But, it's just a meh minigame. You just stand in one place, you just push A button, or you push the... You don't even push a button, you just use your wee little remote. I don't know. Like I said, this minigame just isn't for me. It's not my favorite. It's not bad. It's just nowhere near my favorite, and it ended up being probably one of my least favorite in Mario Party 9. Now let's go to number 8, which is... So number 8 is Paravasis. Yeah. Why did Mario Party 9 take out... Why did Mario Party 9 take out the 2v2 minigames and instead replace it with the boring Bowser Jr. minigames? They're not all terrible or bad, but this one's definitely one of the worser ones, I guess if you want to call it that. It's just one of those ones that take forever, and apparently we lose on. Everything about this this is the definition of boring. There is nothing interesting about this minigame. Like the last one, you push 2 buttons the whole time, basically. There are better Bowser Jr. minigames, and there is better minigames overall. I mean, at least you're actually hitting him, I don't know, but it's just really boring in my opinion. You just push A to shoot, and then when he throws fireballs, you just push B to avoid it. These minigames so far aren't really necessarily bad, they're just really boring, and it's getting to the point where it's like, it's so boring it is bad. The first 2 are but this one it's starting to get into the ones. And the Bowser Jr. minigames are a mistake overall. I don't hate any of them, but they're just really wasteful in my opinion. They could have had 2v2 minigames, but nope, we had these instead. Oh well, Paravasis number 8. Let's go to number 7, which is...
Start.
So, at number 7, we have Goomba Village. Don't you just love the counting style minigames? It's one thing to have that one from Mario Party 2, whatever it's called. Or even the one from Mario Party Superstars where you count or Super Mario Party where you count the toads. And then you have this one. And it's basically takes everything good about those minigames and makes it bad. All you do is watch Goombas, then you pick house. Then Goombas will come out showing you how much there is. There is a much better Goomba minigame in this Mario Party. And would you look at that, I lost. It's funny, because all these Mario Parties, I always win. Like when I'm saying, oh, this minigame's bad, and then I'll win. I'll say, oh, it's bad, and then I win. But no, not Mario Party 9, it's staying to my point. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, I forget what those minigames are called, but where you count the other toads in Mario Party 2 and Super Mario Party. Those are much better than this one, and the Goomba spotting from this Mario Party is much better too. It actually at least has some sort of strategy. This, it's basically a luck minigame. I don't like this one at all. These are starting to get into the minigames that are bad or just so boring that they are bad. And Goomba Village definitely starts that. So, now I just have to say, let's move to number 6, which is...
Start.
Hooray, I forget the minigame's name. Oh, we have come back to Bowser Jr. minigames. What fun. And this one is even worse than the other one in my opinion. This was always the one that I really just despise. There's always that one minigame in a selection that you just truly hate. And this one is one of them. I don't know what it is. It's probably just that it's too hard to catch up to Bowser Jr., especially when you're with another computer player who's on easy mode. Look at that. Bowser Jr. is going to win. Hooray. But basically, it's just so annoying trying to... Well, hooray, we lost both Bowser Jr. minigames. This is why it's bad. It's proving my point now. Unlike the other Mario parties. But anyway, you're just running through it's like Dungeon Dash from Mario Party 2, but worse. Or, not Dungeon Dash. Yeah, Dungeon Dash. Or Dungeon Duos from Mario Party 4, but miles worse. There's just nothing good or fun about this minigame. You just move the control, and then you slowly catch up to Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. will basically usually always win, because you'll usually be battling. It's kind of hard to catch up with him already with the clunky Wii controller, and then you have the computer, which I guess depending if they're smart or stupid could take you ages, or they can go immediately and throw off your whole game. This minigame is garbage. It's also called Mecha March. Okay, well, I don't like Mecha March, and it's definitely one of the worst minigames in Mario Party 9. Alright, let's go to number 5, which is... So number 5 is Bowser Jr.'s Breakdown. What's worse than having Bowser Jr. minigames in the Mario Party? Well, having another one, but what am I going to say? Having boss battles, basically. And what I'm trying to say is having, like, a Bowser... Why is there a Bowser Jr. minigame in the boss battle? That makes zero sense. To top it all off, this minigame is just so boringly long as well. Remember how I said in Mario Party 7 how they started running out of ideas maybe a little bit, and they ran out of ideas, so they started making rolling the dice as a minigame. I mean, sure, this one is a little better than that one, but it's still annoying. You just fight Bowser Jr. Hooray, hooray. Even though I honestly don't think the boss battles are all that fun either. At least some of the other ones are interesting or fun. This one is not fun nor interesting. You roll dice, and then you eventually attack Bowser Jr. That's just how it is. It's so boring. And it's going on forever too, because there's nothing else I really have to say. I mean, sure, at least a lot of these minigames have never come back yet, because they were so bad, but... Altogether, overall, it's one of those, it's so boring it is bad type of minigames. At least the background is sort of cool, you're in outer space. But, I mean, come on, it's junk, I don't like it. I don't like this minigame at all. But, oh, this is only the beginning. We have 4 more left. I am not waiting till the end of this minigame. So, let's move on to number 4, which is... That's right, at number 4 we have Takedown. And look at that, I finally won at a minigame. That's the first one I think that I won. Well, peer pressure too, but I mean, the first one since then, or loggerheads too. Oh, whatever. Anyway, Takedown. It's a 5-second minigame at longest. At shortest, it's a 1-second minigame, literally. You know you're out of ideas when instead of making a full-on fun football minigame, they just add not even half the court, like a quarter of the court, only 3 players, and make it a 1v3 minigame. That is a terrible idea. How about a 2v2 minigame? I think that would be a little better. I mean, yeah, sure, you have these little boost pad things, but I don't know. This is one of those minigames that I find myself losing on all the time, except this time for some reason. I feel like I'm just, oh, I lost on the one side because there was 3 people against me. Oh, I better go on the 3 side. Oops, everyone was stupid and the guy got away. It's just one of those dumb, like, not luck, but just, it's boring too. And it's just one of those ones that, of course, had to come back in not just Mario Party the Top 100, but also Mario Party Superstars as well. This one is a bad minigame. It's definitely, it's not just one of those, and it might be me, it might just be the day. No, it's bad. It's a bad minigame for sure. So without further ado, let's go to number 3, which is bombarding Bob-Bomb. You know, I said I don't like the bot. Well, not all of them, but if a boss minigame is done right, it can be fun enough, fun-ish. But sadly, this is just one of those more meh type of minigames. And, I don't know, I just don't have anything to say about it. A, it's very boring, you're just standing in this one little area. B, it's a luck minigame. And C, it's one of those dumb choose the thing type of minigames that you don't know anyone else is choosing. I hate those minigames with a passion. Why do they have those minigames where you have to just... And they have one of these in Super Mario Party as well, where people are on these clouds and then they have to find the right coins. I don't understand that. I don't understand why. It's just annoying, and it can get really long as well at times. You're in your mind like, oh, let's pick the biggest Bob-Omb because that's what's gonna work, right? Well, no, because we have the idiot computers who will steal that from you. This one easily deserves the number 3 spot. It is definitely one of the worst Mario Party 9 minigames. And it's overall just a bad boss battle as well. So, yet again, this minigame is just too long to finish. So we're just gonna have to cut it short. So, yeah, not much else I have to say about the minigame. It's bad, alright. It's luck, it's terrible. Let's move on to number... Maybe, never mind. Maybe we won't move on. You know what? We will. Let's move on to number 2, which is... So number 2 is the Womp minigame, whatever you want to call it. You know how I was complaining about the last one with the Bob-Omb? Well, guess what? We literally have the same exact minigame now. The only difference is that this one feels longer, which is why it's worse. Ay, ay, ay. It's one of those, oops, you didn't know that they were going to choose that, therefore, you're going to have to deal with the pain again. I really, really don't like this minigame either. Honestly, the boss minigames and Bowser Jr. minigames just did not need to exist. Mario Party would have been so much better without them. But whatever, it is what it is. It's not a... Like, I've definitely seen worser minigames, but this one is just so bad. And yes, of course, as I said, you expected it. It's one of those stupid minigames where, it's one of those stupid minigames where you have no idea what the other people are going to choose, so you're just going to have to guess randomly. I don't know which one's worse, this one or the Bob-Omb one. I don't know. They're both like a tie. Don't get me wrong, this one is really bad, but... I don't like the minigame, period. That's all I'm gonna say. It's bad, and there's, yet again, just nothing I have to say about the minigame. So, let's move on to the worst Mario Party 9 minigame, which is... So in my opinion, the worst Mario Party 9 minigame is Card Smarts. Wow, such an interesting minigame. Basically, you have high and low cards. Whoever picks the highest card for that round wins. I don't like this minigame. It comes down to just pure luck, because you have no idea what the computers are going to decide. And I don't know. It's just one of those really not terribly long, but it feels too long in my opinion. And it kind of feels, and yet again, it kind of feels like one of those dumb mini games that I feel like I lose on all the time. It's okay to lose, but not all the time. I'm here to play Mario Party to have fun, not to lose all the time. That's basically what this minigame is. And the background is boring too. It's just the same thing you see in other minigames. Even though Card Smarts is my least favorite Mario Party 9 minigame, it's not the worst Mario Party minigame of all time. The ones from Mario Party 6 and 7, like the 3 worst from those ones, are a lot worse than Card Smarts. Mario Party 9 honestly doesn't really have any like downright terribly bad minigames. Sure, you have Card Smarts, you have the boss battles and the Bowser Jr. minigames. Sure. But they're not terrible, they're just more really boring. Like, they're so boring it's bad, and this is one of those ones for an example. There's just nothing interesting or fun about the minigame. You pick card, and you pray to God the other person has a lower card. It's a very, boring, bad minigame, in my opinion. It's the worst of Mario Party 9, but it's not the worst minigame of all time. At least this one hasn't come back. This one makes Deckhands from Mario Party 7 seem like a fun, interesting minigame. So this one is worse than Deckhands, but it's not worse than, like, Bowser's Funstickle course from Mario Party 7 or something like that. Now that's pure garbage. And I hate that one. This one at least isn't terrible. But overall, Mario Party 9 has really good minigames. I was looking at some of these minigames like, wow, I haven't played Mario Party 9 in a decent amount of time. And Mario Party 9 has really good minigames. Like, it's better than Mario Party 8, a lot better. Overall, like I said, the minigames, the ones on here, of course, were bad, but yet again, it's just one of those Mario Parties that they did a pretty good job with when it came with the minigames. A lot of them were fun. I mean, ones like these weren't, but they did a pretty good, at least with the 4-player, and even some of the 1v3 minigames were fun. And maybe, like, 1 or 2 boss battles. So, this was the top 10 worst Mario Party 9 minigames. I will see you all, I want to say Thursday, but it could be some other time, for the best minigames in Mario Party 9. I will see you then, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.